Pharmaceuticals in Australia are placed into categories which specify whether the medications can be sold at all, whose authority is required to sell them to an individual customer, and how they can be advertised. These decisions are made by the National Drugs and Poisons Schedule Committee. Roche produced a tablet called Xenical. The active ingredient is called Orlistat. Basically, it's a weight loss drug which reduces the body's ability to absorb fat from foods. When it was released in 2001, the committee allowed it to be sold to consumers by a pharmacist, but without a prescription. They also allowed Roche to advertise the drug directly to consumers. 5 years later, after a series of complaints, the committee revised its ruling. They continued to allow Orlistat to be dispensed by a pharmacist, but they removed the right to advertise the drug directly to consumers. This was likely to have a massive impact on sales, and Roche challenged the decision. The first question, though, was whether the decision could be challenged at all. Legislative decisions which make rules can't be challenged. Administrative decisions, however, which apply rules to individual cases, can be challenged. Roche argued that this was an administrative decision. The committee was taking the rules about how drugs could be advertised and sold and applying those rules to the individual case of Orlistat. The committee, on the other hand, argued that this was a legislative decision. They were making a general rule which would apply to any Orlistat drug, not just the Roche product Xenical. Realistically, this could have gone either way, don't you think? Justice Branson went into some detail and found that some of the indicators, some of the criteria, went in one direction and others went in the other direction. Her Honour found that in reaching a decision as to whether, in exercising its powers, the committee was acting legislatively or administratively, it is necessary to have regard to considerations traditionally regarded as relevant for this purpose. Nonetheless, the task ultimately is an evaluative one. A judgment must be made taking into account all relevant considerations, but no single consideration is likely to be decisive. From this case, we learn that there are indicators as to whether a decision is administrative or legislative in nature, but there are no actual rules, and the judge will have to make an individual decision in each individual case.